Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 18 of my full platinum walkthrough for Elden Ring. As always, we are in the exact spot where we left off. We're at that grace point just outside Leyndell. And that's what we're going to be doing in this video. We're going to be going through Leyndell, which is this big castle, town, city area. Quite quick. We're going to be pretty direct. You can see this video is quite a long one, 54 minutes. We've got a lot to get through. We're going to be quite direct in what we're doing. First of all, though, we're going to grab 5 golden seeds, which are just kind of lying around. So that's always a bonus. And by the end of this video, we'll only need 1 more golden seed to fully upgrade the tiers. So we've got some lightning Greatbolts there, and then we're making our way around the wall. I will show you on the map when we get there, kind of where we are. But don't go around that front edge because there's a load of catapults that are going to fire on you if you do. This way you can come up. Oh, managed to get all 3 of them. That's novel. You can come up this way and basically sneak up on them and don't take any damage because they can kill you quite quickly, actually, these guys. So yeah, we're at the front gates now. Now normally we just walk in, but there's actually a golden seed being protected by these catapults, so we're just going to kill these guys off and then go and grab that, which is down, basically down ahead of where we are now. We probably could get away with leaving the one on the right that I'm going to do. Maybe? Yeah, maybe. I went and killed him anyway, but this is where we are. We're at the front gates. So we've come up from that grace point to the southeast. Yeah, nope, southwest. And then we've come up to this point. And we'll be going through the main entrance shortly. And yeah, getting through the town of Leyndell. Leyndell, yeah, Leyndell, let's call it that. Quite quickly. Going in through the sewer. Boxing off another ending, or the only other ending we've not sorted out yet. Getting that ready. Killing quite a few bosses for trophies and, you know, all that. We're getting the only missable weapon in the game, legendary weapon in the game, so that'll be all done. Yeah, getting quite a lot done in this one. Moving towards the end game at this point. Finally. After this one, anyway. So there is a crystal lizard. I'm never going to stop calling them that. Lightning slash. If you want to try that one out. So I'm just... This one, he's always like this. He's buried into the floor. I don't think he's supposed to be lying there like that, but he seems to always be like that. Right, the final one is just over here. And I'm pretty sure after doing this, he wouldn't be able to... No, I think he might. You can see the golden seeds just ahead there. He probably will hit you. But it's better to be safe anyway. So just drop down once you've killed all those ones on the catapults and you should be fine. Now you can see the golden seed. Yeah, and there's quite a few free ones. They're just lying around trees 2 at a time, which is great. Actually, we're getting 6 very quick golden seeds at this start bit. Forgot about the one from the enemy as well. Right, golden seed. That's where we are. That's where the golden seed is. And now we're going to go up through the gates. Now we're just grabbing a few of the golden seeds, like I said, and then we're actually going to teleport into Leyndell itself. There's no need to fight the boss to get into this place because we've teleported there after doing Fortisax, the dragon. There was that teleport and we went into Leyndell. So that's just what we'll do. We'll use that. Oh no, I didn't kill him. Never mind. So there is a grace once we come through this main. Well, we're not actually in it. We're kind of yeah, we are in it. I suppose Leyndell, but this is the outer in it. Yeah, see there. Capital outskirts. That makes more sense if I let the game explain what's going on. So Leyndell is actually the next one in, and there is a gate to get through there, which is being guarded by a boss. So crack that grace, pop the grace, because we're going to teleport back to that in a minute. We're just going to go up here and purchase something which is pretty important, to be honest. It's not necessary, but it's actually really important. It'll make sense in a moment when I show you what it is. So I'm going to skip all this graveyard. Just going to ride through. So go up the steps and then go all the way, hook back left. Grace Mimic, don't worry about those. And there's a Smithing Stone 5 over here. And then just in the corner you can see there's another Grace. Couple of skeletons. These ones will follow you. And then there's a merchant in this this building. He's the guy we're after. He's the reason we're up here. We're going to purchase something from him called the Sentry's Torch, which is just a torch, or so it may seem. But what it actually does is allows you to see invisible enemies, and that is extremely helpful for a certain part that we'll be doing later on, where there are, you know, Titch, the Black Knife Assassin crew, invisible ones of those, and they love to backstab you, so having the torch is going to be really handy. We will never be able to actually use it as a weapon because it has the red cross, but we're not bothered about that. We can still use it to make invisible enemies show up, so that's what we're going to be using it for. Right, back to that grace point. Just teleport, make things a bit quicker. Now there's an enemy down here. Forget those two. You can just see him stood along the road here. Here he is. Now kill him before he sees you, because he actually transforms. I'm pretty sure it is this one. It didn't happen, so it has to be this one. He transforms into Morgott, and you know, the whole mimic tear Morgott thing, and you have to fight him. It's just a normal enemy really, but if you kill him before he sees you, then you don't have to do it. And then we'll ride down here along the main road, and you will see 2 golden seeds. So that is a main gate that's actually shut. We're not going to be going that way. 2 golden seeds. And now we're going to go and get another 2 just sat next to a tree. Before that, there is a gargoyle. You'll notice the symbol appear in the left hand side of the screen. There we go. That, you know, something dangerous is coming up. So bring your summon in. I don't know who she's aiming at. I suppose that's where the gargoyle sort of spawns, as it were. It lands there, so I guess that's what she's doing. But if you just walk down a bit further and keep your eye, you'll see it. There it is, come swooping in. So I presume that's what was going on there. She was just preempting the gargoyle. I'm just going to stand back and use Rock Sling because that's what I do. If Charge R2 was my thing in Bloodborne, Rock Sling is my thing in Elden Ring. Can't lock on properly, all over the place. It does move too quickly for Comet Azure to be helpful here. But you're going to see Comet Azure be extremely helpful in a moment. You've got the Gargoyle's Great Axe for killing that one. Now, it was just an enemy, it wasn't a boss, it's just a speed bump down this road, essentially. Because you're supposed to actually come in through this gate on the right-hand side in a moment and ride up this way. But we've kind of come in the back entrance. It's a back main gate, the service entrance, if you will. Yeah, there's 2 Erdtree Knights to the right. I forget the name of them. Yeah, so here's the map through the doors that are blocking the way, and we don't want to fight those. So that's where we've just come down there, down the main road. And this is where we're going to stop. We're not going to go any further. We don't need to go anywhere else. So a couple of golden seeds here as well. Nom nom nom. And we will use those. We'll be able to get another charge. So the maximum amount of charges is 14. I don't have enough of that. So it's going to cost 5 for the final one as well. So we've got 13 at this point. I'm going to go and get another golden seed in a moment. Just checking Sacred Tears in case I'd forgotten. Luckily I had not. So head directly south from this grace. And look out for a camp. Now don't go necessarily near the camp yet. Just kind of give it a wide berth off to the left. And go around the back of it. I find it's the easiest way to fight this thing. Because it doesn't see you straight away. So keep going round, and you'll notice you can bring in your summon. You can do, but chances are you'll be able to kill this thing before she becomes helpful. So I'm going to use Comet Azure, and I'm going to drink my little potion here. You're going to see it drop in. That's what we're fighting. It's one of those Erdtree things, the ulcerated Erdtree spirits. And now I'm just going to Comet Azure it to death before it's able to do anything. And that's why we have that spell and that combination with the flasks, because that didn't cost us a damn thing. And you get a free golden seed, just like that. And now we'll teleport into Leyndell itself. Now obviously you can't kill all bosses that way. A lot of them do move quite quickly. It's just that that one happens to charge once it gets to health, half health, so you can just power through and just kill it really quickly. You can do it with a few, but not the hardest ones, unfortunately. So this, the first time you see this, is just breathtaking. It's unbelievable. Like that view, where did that come from? But yeah, this is Leyndell. We're inside now. A lot of this we are going to be skipping because we don't need to. We're just going to go across the rooftops, get to a grace point, and go into the sewer. Sewer, and yeah, do that section and kind of tie up another one of the endings, or get it ready to be done. All 3 endings are done with a backup save. We're just setting them all up, and then we're just going to fire them off one after another. So these guys may be deceptively easy. They're really easy here in Leyndell. They have sort of trumpet things, and they fire these horrible projectiles at you. Here's one of these dragons that we fought way back. The ones that don't move. Just do the fire, so you'll be able to kill him easily enough. Here's a few more. Now, yeah, these look like they look like snowmen. They're just the snowmen, aren't they? So we're calling them snowmen. Yeah, they just sort of wobble about. They don't look particularly threatening, but they are, especially in the next area. Well, not the next area. The next area we see them, which is Halig's tree. Forgotten the name of it. Yeah, they are just annoying. We're going to be running straight through that. Get this one so it doesn't sneak up on us, and then we've got 3 here. Yeah, you're going to see one. That attack they do, it's not horrendous or anything, but if there's loads of them, so this is all one building. You can carry on through all the building and everything and go and do it all proper if you like. But we're not going to do that. We're actually going to drop onto this rooftop and skip all the knights and things like that. There's nothing particularly of interest for us there anyway. So the only thing we need to watch out for are the little gremlin gargoyles. Just keep using your lock on. So there's a couple over there. Do watch out as well, obviously, that you don't drop off the roof. And across now, there's actually one here to the left. He will get the sneak on, get the drop on you. Where is he? There he is. He'll jump straight at you if given the chance, so don't give it to him. And we'll get this final one over here, rock sling it. There's items everywhere. There's a knight down to the left I don't want to particularly bother with either, so we're not going to. Golden rune. So just keep going across the rooftops, and then you get to this carriage. Jump on the carriage, and we are done. And then drop down this side, and there's going to be a golden rune. You can see there is a symbol to bring a summon in, so we're going to do that because there's going to be a fight. It's not even a boss. It's just an enemy at this point. We've fought many of these so far. It's the Erdtree Guardians. One of those guys. So yeah, do your normal. Get it knocked down. Oh, I didn't do it in time. Had I cast, it probably would have done it in time. No, it wouldn't have done. I have to dodge these now. Oh no. Can't believe I managed to dodge all those. And then we'll finish him off. No, his health came back. That's annoying. Whoa. That was a little bit close there. Calm down. And luckily, Tish manages to kill it. Oh, close. But that's why she's here. Lord's Rune, which is a legendary rune, which gives you lots. I think it's actually 50,000 from the Lord's Rune. It's a lot. Yeah, they're not exactly common. That's why it's legendary. And yeah, once you've beaten that, you can just run past here. And this grace point, which we'll be using a lot, or a few times. This is the balcony grace point. If you see it on the map, this is the one we will teleport back to. Can we level? No, not yet. I will show you in the map where we are. We're in the kind of in the middle now. Not kind of. We are in the middle. The balcony grace point, that is. And now we're going to run down here. There is a knight with a bow and arrow dead ahead, so just move off to the left. Don't jump down there. There's hands and things. We don't need to go down there. Jump onto these rooftops here. but don't necessarily drop down straight away. You can kill the get the Ash of War first from the Crystal Lizard. Yeah, you can see the knight's still there. Now those enemies are in here. Those Albinauric, those ones. So once one of them wakes up, the rest will charge you as well. So there's one in the middle, and then two will come from the right hand side here. And you'll need to get rid of them pretty quickly, because they're pretty scary, to be honest, if they come charging at you. There's items over there. There's nothing important, but I don't want to fight any more of those. So we're just going to go down into the sewers. That's the reason we're here. So just drop down this ladder. We'll be pretty direct in this place as well, because it's a labyrinth down here. I'm not here to get you confused. I'm here to guide you. So we're going to be not going through all the tunnels and going back and forth and that. We're just going to be direct where we need to go, and that is it. So yeah, so don't get confused. Next ladder, and I think it's down at the bottom of this one is where the rats are, coming up shortly. Yes, here we get, when it gets a bit darker. There's a lot of rats down here. If you're lucky, you'll get a Rune Arc, but I can't guarantee that. Obviously, it's a random drop. It's quite rare. Hopefully, while using Rune Arcs, just to make the game that little bit easier. +5 on all your stats on the one that we have. Again, there are other Rune Arcs. Whenever you get a Great Rune, just go to the tower that's in the middle of the lake, near where we are for the area. They're all fairly good. The latest one we just got, I'm trying to remember who that was in the previous video. Where were we? Subterranean Shunting Grounds. This is where we are anyway. Oh, Rykard's. You get health back from when you kill enemies, or when you even do damage to enemies, I think. So yeah, if you want to go and do that, the towers sort of southeast, towards the lake. All the towers are within that lake in the centre of the map. So as it kind of branches off from the area you're in, that's where the tower is. If you want to go and do it, I mean, the one we have is pretty good anyway. Right, so this is our main sort of base. This place here, it's very dark, very old school Dark Souls layout. This one, lots of places that all lead back to this grace point. Basically, lots of doors. You can see there's one across from me that will open up. So yeah, that good old level design. There is a whole area down there, down the ladder. There's a load of gargoyles, and there's another one of these Omen killer type. No, I think these are Omens, aren't they? And the other guy's the Omen killer. That's right. I couldn't pick it up in time. He's charging up his attack. Whoa! But yeah, what I want to do is drop down here. There was a ladder. You can go down there. There's some smithing stones. I want to say 7s down there. A couple of them. We don't need them necessarily. We'll get them later on. We're not in a rush for them. But if you do want them, go down the ladder. It circles back round. And you'll open up the gate near where we dropped down initially. It's quite tough though, and do watch out for the gargoyles. They're everywhere. So yeah, drop down. I'll just grab this while I'm here, but I got punched in the face by by a flower. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. But here's where we need to go. I thought I'd just grab the item while it was close, but I should not have. So yeah, pay attention as we're going through these tunnels, because there's lots of offshoots and branches, and they go all over the place. So we dropped down, we went through the rats, and we took the tunnel on the right. And then we're going to continue. It's the one with all the slugs, and you can't miss it at this point. Watch out for holes in the floor as well. You'll see them. Here they are. So you want to jump over this. And there's slugs off to the left. We don't need to go down there, so we're not going to. Glass shard, I'm sure that will come in helpful. And then up here. Jump over the gap. And then don't go left, go right. And there's going to be some slugs that will jump out. There we are. And then we've got an Omen who is... this does not go well. As this fight is... Well, this enemy is coming up in a minute. When it starts going wrong, you'll tell when it starts going wrong. Just imagine me sat on the couch here behind me. If you've seen my streams, you'll know what I mean. Screaming and saying, "Stop! Quit playing! Quit playing! I'm recording! Stop it! Stop it!" So the idea is this Omen guy at the top. They're horrible guys to fight one-on-one. They honestly are. They're really good at distance. They're really good up close as well. So usually he just drops down, and by the time he drops down, the charge is ready and it's firing, and he's running towards you, and he's running straight into the beam, and he dies. That's the idea. But he decided today that he was going to climb down the ladder, messing my timing up, and I just need to get past him at this point. And you can see he's horrendous. Up close, he does that. At distance, he does the same thing. So this is a good time to get past him. I'm just trying to get past him at this point and get up that ladder. Just stop it, calm down. And then we'll go up here. We're going to leave that for a minute. We'll come back and get that. It's all good. So you can actually open up shortcut off to the right. If you think you can make it, if you've killed this guy already, then you can do that first. There's another 2 here. He will climb the ladder and follow you. So that's why yep, there he is. I was hoping he wouldn't, but I opened this door in case, because I know he can't get through here. But it does kind of trap us. And this is quite annoying. This... Oh, come on. That's so... I mean, that was going through the door. And he can still hit you, unfortunately. So now we're going to have to do this the hard way, which is obviously not get hit. We're going to have to go for ambush shard, and this is going to take a minute. I apologise. I probably could have just clipped this out, but I'm not missing anything, so I'll leave it in. I'm not skipping anything yet, should I say. So yeah, we've got the annoying whole lock on, and then of course his friend has woken up. The other one hasn't. There's 2 of them there. One of them hasn't, the other has. So he keeps getting in the way of the ambush shard now. This just went completely wrong, really. I just want to get to the left to open up the shortcut, that's all. And I want to grab that item, or both of them, just in case you want them. Do be careful behind you as well if this happens to you for whatever reason. I don't know how this even happened. How did I get in this situation? It was all because he decided to climb down the ladder instead of drop down as he normally does and mess my timing up. You should be dead. There we go. Right, now I've got to take care of his friend who decided he was coming, having a go as well. I can hit them with the normal spell through the door. The reason I'm using ambush shard is it's good round corners. I don't need to be visible. Obviously, I can just do it from there. Right. Okay. Let's carry on. So I'm just checking the other one. There he is. He has no idea. But yeah, this is the gate that opens up to that again. That main grace point. If you want to go and sit and recuperate, you can do. You just need to run past one of the omens to get back where we are. It's not too bad because obviously you can use that door to stop them getting to you. So Somber Smithing Stones 8 if you want one of those. And then at the top here, I'm actually going to try and... Well, I'm not trying to sneak, but I don't want to fight this guy or anything. I just want to grab this and go. But he was ready. So we've got Smithing Stone 7, and then obviously you can get through this door. We're not going to fight him. We don't need to. That went well, didn't it? So we've got tougher zombies down here. They actually take 4 hits. He just went for it. Have you seen the film The Happening? That just reminded me of that. Just stepping off the edge. Somber Smithing Stone 6 down here. So this is the way we need to go. That other way was just grabbing Grace Mimic, which is completely useless, to be honest. So yeah, Somber Smithing Stone 6. And then you've got a couple of guys here. So it would have been... He did it as well. I guess the happening is happening. Yeah, it's not a bad idea to sit at that Grace and get your tears back, because I don't actually have many. I've only got 2. But I am going to use my Wondrous Physic to get the infinite amount of FP to kill yet another Omen. This one plays ball. He doesn't move out of the way. The next one. So yeah, this is all linear at this point. Now you can carry on down there, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to drop down and go underneath the stairs and back into the tunnel system. So right, it's the only way you can go. Yeah, now we've got Basilisks, which are not too bad, honestly, because they don't harm you unless you step into their fog. Okay, there we go. Just checking there's no one else around. We'll open this gate later on. It's kind of a shortcut, I suppose. Is it easier to get there than... I suppose it's either way to get to that gate. It's the same. It's a bit of a weird shortcut, that one. Always check your corners. And then up here is another one of those Omens. And this one does play ball. You should be able to get this guy with Comet Azure. So Wondrous Physic, infinite amount, level up the old power as well, and then just go for it. He does step to the side at the very last moment, and he has obviously done his attack as well, which is fine, but we'll just get a pebble and just clip him with that. Now he does drop the Omen Bairn, which is a tool. That is that attack that he just did with all those things that chase me. It's a tool you can just use over and over again. It does use FP to do it, but if you want to use that, then it's there. Could be fun. Probably not as good as any spell we have, but there you go. So yeah, you can get the Omen's attention and kind of try and run past him if you want, but he will follow you up the ladder, that one. But all you'll need to do is get to this door, and that's going to be the door directly opposite the Grace. And I will go and sit at it because I have no tears left. So yeah, do be careful of Omens on both sides of you as well. So where that I mentioned that ladder earlier on, that as you come out of this room in a moment, that's off to the left hand side and you can go down. There was a load of enemies and things like that. We're actually going to go into that same room now, so it's off to the left, but above it. So it'll all make sense in a moment. So you would go down the ladder on the left and you would come through here and you'd be down here where all these other gargoyles are and things like that. What the hell has happened to him? So do watch out, they are everywhere. They're climbing up the sides and all sorts, so just be aware of them. Use lock on if you want. So you'd go across all these pipes and things like that, and there's a door on the back wall over there. There's an Omen through there. And I think that item there we can see, I think that's one of the Smithing Stone 7s. It's not too much hardship to go and get it if you do need it. If you are doing the whole Smithing Stone as opposed to Somber Smithing Stone. I know we are for the sword, but we're not in a rush to level the sword up, honestly. I mean, how often do you really use it? And we always have Adula's Moonblade as well, which is a good alternative. So you get these ones from a distance because that's where we're going to be going. Surprised I didn't one-shot him, to be honest. And then yeah, get this one because he tries to sneak out. His whole script still happens even though I'm not there. He just runs off the edge. He doesn't usually run off the edge, but he decided to this time. And then drop down here and quickly turn around because another one's going to drop from the pipe. And yeah, right down on the floor. There is another Smithing Stone right down on the floor. You can drop down using the pipes and the far corner off to the left. There are 2 lobsters, and I know for certain there's a Smithing Stone. Yeah, Smithing Stone 7 down there. So, yeah, it's the lobsters though. If you fought them, you know. So here's the Omen that we fought. We actually managed to kill with Comet Azure. And then we're going to jump in this pipe and continue on. So we're not going down that way, we're going this way. Follow there's actually a rat ahead of there. Follow the rat. Around here. Now there's a hole dead ahead. We're not going dead ahead, but there is a hole, and across that hole there is a giant rat. It's best to get him from this side, but we're not going to kill him anyway. Here's the rat that we followed, and there is a hole that we're actually going to drop down. This is one we do want. So there is an enemy that will try and grab you as you drop down here. So I'm trying to see if I can get the drop on him, but I could not. He's just out of view. So drop down and quickly roll, and he won't be able to get you. I've got Smithing Stone 5. And then this is this gate that I said before. Is it really worth opening? I don't know. Yeah, it might come in handy, maybe. It's about the same distance to get to this same point, though. But we're nearly done with the sewer system. Nearly done. Yeah, there's, like I said, there's lots of branches off all here, there, and everywhere. You may have noticed that we haven't really gone and done any of them. We just needed to get through it. That's all we're bothered about. No one likes being in the sewers. So you've got a big one, a small one, and then you got a core 3. Yeah, 3 little ones in the corner. And then we're going to go down and do a boss. So yeah, that's the that's clear. The first time I ever came through this place, it took me a very long time to do it all. I kept going the wrong way. When I came down this lift originally, I couldn't have been more happy. So that's why we were just gonna skip through this as quickly as possible, really. Quick refresh before we go and do the boss. Did I die on this one? I don't think I did. No, I don't think I did. And you'll notice it actually starts setting itself up like a tomb, like a grave, a hero's grave. Smithing Stone 6. And then, yeah, Mohg, the Omen. So he is an Omen, like the others we've fought. So bring in your summon, and then hide behind a pillar. It's as simple as that, really. And he is slow, so Comet Azure is definitely viable against him. He does occasionally hop out the way. He does do it here, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, he just kind of moves out, just out of the way. Had he been in the way while he was casting that, I probably could have killed him. But yeah, again, he moves out the way. Stop moving. And then he's coming for me, so now it's time for me to get out of here. When he does that, that's what the pillar's for, so you can just dodge behind the pillar. Do watch. If he doesn't like you hiding behind the pillar, he'll come and smash it down. But yeah, just you can see how slow he actually moves. It's no urgency with this fight at all. Just wait for him, wait for the opening so you can use Comet Azure, and then finish him off. Should not be too difficult at all. And there you go, trophy. And we've got a Bloodflame Talons, which is an incantation. Right, you can grab the Erdtree's Favour. That's a Talisman. Obviously, we've already got one of these. We've got the regular one, but this is the +1 one. So it's better, because that's how it works, I suppose. I will be removing Marika's Scar Seal at some point. It's close for me doing it, but I think I'm going to wait until I get another. There's another charm that I want, another talisman that I want. I'll switch it for that one. We are going to get another talisman pouch as well, which means another slot very shortly as well. So you don't need to make the decision yet. And make sure you pop this grace point, because we are going to be back down here. Looks like we can't go any further, but we can. Yeah, the ending's actually just past that altar. So we'll go and do that afterwards. There currently is a seal there that we need to kill another boss so the seal disappears. So we'll go and do that. And then we'll teleport back down and do it. Went for 2 in mind. I was thinking about endurance for a moment there. And we're going to teleport back to balcony. Nope, not that one. You know it's not that one. It's the nope, that one. There you go. And this time, instead of jumping over the wall, we are going to go right. So there's the guy with the bow and arrow, and then crouch. And sneaky, sneaky. There's 3 knights in this area, and they're those ones with the shields that are not fun to fight against. So we're going to skip. Anytime we can just skip those knights, we will. The Leyndell ones. Golden Rune. And you should be clear at this point to just run on. We're going to be climbing up the dragon. That's what we're doing. Got some Dragonwound Grease. So all the knights will be off there somewhere. We're just going to run up here as quickly as possible, really. It's a bit of a pain to jump on the wing. We're on the wing. But yeah, go for the arm. And then we're going to drop off into the building. It doesn't get much cooler than that. Climbing a dragon. Honestly, this knight coming up, it is one of those not very nice Leyndell ones. You could just skip him. He has an item in front of him. It's just gravel stone, which is crafting material. I don't know why that's not. Oh, I don't, that's why, because he ducked. Yeah, these are the things they do. They have quite a good range attack in this form of this lightning as well. He played fair. Yeah, it's going to be a guy to the left. He's just an easy one. He's just going to kind of flail towards it. There he is. Got the golden rune here. Now we're going to actually go into that building. It's a side area we don't need anything in particularly, but I think it's pretty cool. And there's a few bits in there you might find useful, rune arcs and things like that. But more than anything, because it's cool, and it's going to take a couple of minutes just to sweep it, so we will do that in a moment. But first, we've got another gargoyle to take care of. You can go down there, actually, down those steps. There's a lever, there's some more snowmen, and there's a lever. It opens up a main gate that we don't necessarily need, because we can just come down this way. Yeah, so this gargoyle is going to do those. He won't move towards you, so you can just kind of kill him from here. It might take a while. Why did that not do anything? It did a bit. But yeah, just watch him charging the shout. And just dodge out the way and then just carry on. He only really does it if you hit him. There we go. So yeah, he doesn't ever move. It just kind of stays around. Even when he's got his halberd out, he just kind of stays there, which is fine by me. Whoops, did not see that one coming. He's not taking much damage from this rock sling, is he? That last one? There we go. Okay. Right, and then we're going to get another golden seed, as we've not got enough of those already. And then we will be holding 4 at this point. If for some reason you have 5, then go and use it, obviously. There's usually 3 snowmen here as well. But the gargoyle did kill one. So there's a golden seed. So yeah, if you do go down those steps as well, watch out for the guy on the left hand side of the stairs as you go down. And I'll just tell you as well, there is a talisman up if you go up these stairs and follow it round. There's a couple of the enemies with the... They look like Romans. It's escaping me. Usually they're mini bosses. Yeah, just checking. Yeah, we've only got 4. Yeah, talisman, that I think it increases your defense if your health is high, which... Oh, no, I think it's if your health is full. So, yeah, I can't even see that ever being useful, really. It's kind of, once you've taken a little bit of damage, it's completely useless. So, yeah, I don't think I'll ever use that. There are 2 dogs there. And then there's one down here, which I'm trying to see, but I just slipped off. I'm trying to... Yeah, I could have played that off as I did that on purpose. I knew exactly where the dog was. I didn't have a clue. I just fell on top of him by accident. So yeah, what we actually need to do, the next boss we're doing is up on the tree. We're going to follow that up in a minute. We're just going to run through here and just grab a load of stuff, and it's a pretty cool place to check out, really. Because it is round table hold, but not. So you're going to see lots, it's kind of a reflection of what's here. You've got your hammer, obviously, you've got a Whetblade there. You've got the By My Sword gesture. You've got a Hero's Rune. So where people would usually be in Round Table, there's going to be some extra stuff instead. So you've got a Rune Arc in here. And then in here, in this room, it's not anything particularly interesting. Furlcalling Finger Remedy. Okay. One of them as well. Like, they're difficult to get hold of. And then right in the back here is something called a Seedbed Curse. This is actually tied to an ending we're not doing. There's a guy actually in the sewers. We didn't see him. He was, you remember that plant that punched me? He's past that plant. You need a key to go unlock the cage where he is. And then you kind of set up, he'll go back to Round Table Hold. He'll actually be in that room. That's why the Seedbed Curse is there. And you need to find them, and you're giving him, and it changes the ending. But it's not one of the ones we need for a trophy. So yeah, there's a Smithing Stone 6 down here. Make sure you don't fall off the stairs. Don't go too far down. Check all the corners. In the dining room we have a Two Fingers prayer book. That you give to... Is it Corin? I want to say Corin. Is the guy in Round Table Hold who deals in incantations. So it's essentially a spell book for incantations. So you can learn a couple of new ones. There's actually nothing in here unless I'm missing something. Maybe there's an illusionary wall. Anyway, nothing we actually need. So we're going to get out and go into the main hall. And here is the Albinauric's pointed hat set and all that. Got the robe, the set, all that good stuff. A little Smithing Stone 5 hiding in the corner there. And then we'll move on to do the boss. Just through here actually. There is a Grace and there is one of those paintings. I'm not going to pick it up. But with these paintings, I did mention when we saw one last time, you can pick it up, you can view it in your inventory, and if you go to the exact spot where the painting was painted, then obviously you can use the painting as a reference point. Then there'll be an item waiting for you. It's different for each painting. So I'm just going to go running out, and we're going to go and do the boss now. And yeah, finish up Leyndell. For the most part, anyway. This is the same tree we came down before. There's lots of tree folk on this thing. It's best not to let them get going, basically. So 1, 2 them. Because they do mutate. You're going to see one of them do it here. I did it on purpose so you could see what happens. Let's put it that way, yeah. I was being helpful. There's a whole load of them up here in a line. And I got the casting wrong slightly. I thought, yeah, the aim switched to the one at the back, and just as I was doing the second one, I thought, no, I don't want him, he's too far away. But I did actually want him, and then you're going to see him. Oh, look at him go. The one at the back there has just kind of changed. They get all their health back, and they have these weird kind of bolus things, blobs on the back. So yeah, just kill them quickly. Another one up here, and that's the final one, and we're at the boss. So we will be under a stake of Marika as we go through here, which is good because I die. I don't know how I died to this guy, and you'll see why. Well, you will see. You're not going to see me die. You're just going to see, obviously, the fade. This guy is really easy. This is Godfrey. So bring in your summon. It's because he, at the last moment, came for me as I started doing Comet Azure. So I'm loading up on my infinite FP. I'm just going to go for it. And dead. So that's how it's supposed to go, but I got trapped in a corner. He was too close and I just went for it anyway. I thought we'll get him, but we didn't. So yeah, you'll get the trophy there, and you'll also get a talisman pouch, which means you can just stick another talisman on. Well, I'm going to go for Erdtree's Favour +1 for now. I'll quickly replace Maracus Gargoyle, I think, when we get the next one that we want, which will involve that jellyfish summon that we got all the way back at the beginning of the game. Long way away. Right, so we can actually go and do the final, but I thought it was. I thought as I come into this place the first time, that's it. There can't be much more. We're underneath the Erdtree, which we are, if you haven't noticed. I'm sure you must have done. There's a big yellow tree under in the middle. Yeah, but it's not, unfortunately. We've got more to do, and then we come back here. So this is where the end of the game actually takes place, but later on. Yeah. Right, what we're doing now is we're going getting the only missable legendary weapon. Or maybe it's not missable anymore, who knows. Maybe they've kind of patched it. It is weird that there's only one that's missable. And the reason that it is missable is that this place will change. Leyndell will change at the end of the game. And how can I say without spoiling what happens? It's just not available anymore. That's the easiest way to do it. I mean, me telling you it changes is not. It's not really a spoiler. I'm going to tell you how it changes. Right. Anyway, back to what's going on. Yes, we have a knight. I've completely blanked. God, my memory is completely going. The good thing about that is that I can rewatch films and not remember what happened the first time. Yeah, so just stand back, and he doesn't have a shield, so you can just keep hitting him with rock sling until he dies or whatever. We have a crystal lizard. Yes, I know. So if you still have it, do gravitas, and you'll be able to kill it. You get a barrier of gold, which helps against magic damage. It's an incantation, so we're not going to use that. And then we're going to get Bolt of Grandsax, which is, I'm guessing, is this dragon. Is called Grandsax, I'm guessing. So I'm going to drop down, so line yourself up with the bolt. That's what it is, that's the weapon we're getting. And then drop down, and then be careful here. This has got one ridge, and then you got two ridge, and then this third one's really slippy. It pushes you off to the right-hand side, so be careful, and then grab it. If you do fall off, just stay still. Pretend the enemies didn't see you. Hopefully they'll sort of de-aggro, and then you can just walk back to Erdtree Sanctuary and try again. So yeah, make sure whatever you do, you grab that weapon before. It's a way off before it changes, but it will change, and that weapon will become unavailable. So yeah, that'll be a whole nother playthrough, or get somebody to drop it for you, I suppose. Right, now we're going to go and do another boss. Morgott this time, which is up this other tree, so we're going even higher now. So there is a black knife assassin here. It is a visible one, that's not the problem. The problem is you can't get its attention from a distance because of the way the stairs are. Nope. Nope. That's just infuriating. I don't know why I cast again just to see if it worked, but it did not. So we'll go for a Dullar's Moonblade because we know that's good against them. And we'll just go all in. And there we go. And all we need to do is get in. This looks, if you've played Dark Souls, this room will look very reminiscent to a certain somebody's room. Yeah. And then, yeah, we're on to the boss, who is Shardbearer Morgott. That's the trophy name. So we're just going to refresh, and we're going to go and do this. This is an extremely easy boss fight for the Omen King, who is, yeah, we've fought him. It's Morgott. It's the same bloody boss fight, to be honest. Well, it's not. It's not at all. It's not. It's the same enemy, but he's a lot more aggressive. So there is going to be a cutscene, and then he's going to be right on top of you straight away. So get ready to back away. So I'm going to skip the cutscene. He's going to be right there. If you die for whatever reason, of death, obviously, it works in your advantage, because as you go through the fog, he's quite far away. He's right at the other end of the arena on his throne, so you've got more than enough time to bring in your summon to help you out. But yeah, you're going to have to put some distance between you and him. Use that throne if you need to, and then you'll be able to bring in your summon and get to work. Second phase, he has one. He will obviously stay back, use Rock Sling or whatever. And then, yeah, when he starts doing this, this is when you want to switch to Comet Azure and just go for it. He's going to make the ground all poison, and it's going to kind of just keep coming up. Just go for it and go for the kill. Unfortunately, I didn't use the flask. Otherwise, I would have killed him. But good old Tish finished him off. And you'll get the trophy there, Shardbearer Morgott. A Remembrance and a Great Rune. The Great Rune is done, obviously, in the tower nearby. And yeah, this is the end. You go to up here, and then I thought, yes, we're doing it. This is the end of the game. No, you can't go through the thorns. But you do need to come up here and do that. You need to interact with it for this this grace to appear. So go and do that. And then, yeah, we need to go and do some other areas. And then come back here to get through the thorns, unfortunately. What a shame. So Melina, who we've not seen for a long while, actually will... oh, she did disappear. She'll go through a whole dialogue, and she'll give you rolled medallion. This is going to be for a lift to get us into the next area. Yes, what a shame. We were right there. We are right there. Just going to do a bit of leveling. Obviously it takes a while because she's around. What we're going for? Dex? Are we really going for Dex? No. We'll go for endurance? Yeah. No. Yeah, we're going for a bit of endurance. Got 30 on mind. And now we're going to go and tie up another ending in a moment. I'm going to just use some... Yeah, so what you want to do, this is why I'm doing this, sorry. We're going to be doing a bit of parkour. And you know what Souls games are like with parkour. They're not the best for platforming. So, yeah, you round up your souls until... Oh, souls. I've done well, actually, not saying souls. Your runes... So you're close to leveling up. Put a level in so you don't have many in case you die and lose them all, because there is a strong chance you will. For the first couple of times, I'd imagine. And then we're going to teleport back to the Cathedral of Forsaken. So this is where we fought Mohg all a while back. And then we're just going to hit this shrine at the back, and it's all going to collapse. And this is going to lead to another one of the endings. And we're coming down here to ready this so we can come down and just kind of teleport here afterwards. So yeah, we've got to get all the way to the bottom. So drop down there and then look for the next one and then drop down, and then there's no more of these, and we're using these gravestones on the side, these tombs. So from the cookbook, look for the corner, and this is a safe jump because it is a corner. You'll just bounce off and you'll land on it. And then from here, you need to jump across. If you really want to, you can make that drop down there, but it's a bit different. So yeah, the problem with this is getting the jumps right, obviously. That's another corner, so that's easy enough. And then you need to jump on this high one. Then don't jump here, just walk off this one. And then jump onto this. Don't worry if you bang your head. You might make it, you might not. You should just drop onto the corner of that one. Then onto this one. And then finally, don't do a very long jump here. Do a quite short jump onto the item, and you've made it. Yeah, good luck with that. It took me a long time the first time getting those jumps right. It wasn't fun, but yeah, don't worry, you just keep retrying. This is why I said get rid of all your runes, because the chances are you will die a couple of times. And then we're just going to drop down. The floor's going to collapse. Now there's a red door dead ahead. Do not touch that red door until I tell you to at the very end of the game. Because we'll lock in an ending if we were to do that. We're just here to get this grace point so we can teleport back at the end of the game. And that's it for that ending. Right, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.